That should lift a bit this evening. A chance of flurries overnight, but climbing to -9 degrees by morning. Chance of flurries tomorrow, rising to -7 during the afternoon, but a wind chill around -16. Right now, mostly cloudy, -16 degrees in Calgary.
I'm Adeline Cloutier with the City News Calgary update. A professor at the University of Alberta says they may have crossed a major milestone within the province. Economics and law professor Andrew Leach says Alberta's industrial solar power facilities fed more electricity onto the grid than the provincial coal units for the first time. This is in the weekly charts for Friday. Just before 2 p.m., Alberta used more solar power than coal power, peaking for about an hour, then tapering off on January 24th. And Alberta Films HBO series has been renewed for a second season. Warner Media says The Last of Us marked HBO's second largest debut behind only House of the Dragon. The series based on a video game filmed in Alberta from July 2021 to June 2022. It takes place 20 years after civilization changing events where a hardened survivor is hired.
Sound cautious. Iran's defense ministry says one of its factories was attacked by drones.
Iran's defense ministry says one of its facilities in Isfahan came under a, quote, unsuccessful drone attack late Saturday night. Iran insisting only one of 3 drones hit the facility, causing minor roof damage. A local social media post, some now deleted, captured images of a huge explosion at the site and purported blasts at other locations. Regional reports claiming Iranian drones and missiles were targeted. Jordana Miller, ABC News, Jerusalem.
Utah's Republican governor has signed legislation restricting health care options for transgender youth. Governor Spencer Cox signed the measure a day after it hit his desk. The law prohibits transgender surgery for minors and disallows hormone treatment for minors who have not yet been diagnosed with gender dysphoria. Cox said he signed it as a prudent decision concerning what he called permanent and life-altering measures that he says need more research. The ACLU, which urged Cox to veto, says major medical associations all support the treatment. Cox's signature on the bill comes amid a broader effort to target health care for transgender youth, as at least 18 states are considering similar legislation. Alvin Millard, ABC News. And British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has fired the chairman of the governing Conservative Party over a tax dispute.
Sunak has faced days of pressure to sack Nadeem Zahawi amid allegations he settled a multi-million-dollar unpaid tax bill while he was in charge of the country's treasury. The Prime Minister acted after a standards probe found Zahawi had breached the ministerial code of conduct. In a letter to Zahawi, Sunak said he had been forced to act to keep his promise that his government would have integrity, professionalism, and accountability at every level. Zahawi had acknowledged the tax dispute, while arguing his error was careless and not deliberate. I'm Sarah Napa.
We've got business coming your way in 60 minutes.
There's nothing better than a long shower to start your day. I was always so rushed in the morning. Rushing from the bedroom to the kitchen to chop greens, dump powder everywhere. I'd like my blender to make something I can gulp down as quick as possible before sprinting into my bathroom for my 30-second shower. Now, I wake up, take my Karen Phytoplankton, and start the day on my terms.
Karen Phytoplankton is available at Costco, Shoppers, Rexall, Amazon, and thecaringproject.ca. The gas fireplace. It's a focal point, a family gathering spot, a way to set the mood. Unless it doesn't work.
Keep your fireplace going strong with Fixed Fireplace. With regular maintenance, you'll avoid costly repairs or an expensive replacement. And the Fixed Fireplace technicians explain every detail of their work while they diligently keep your fireplace from completely fizzling out.
Fixed Fireplace, the only place in Calgary with online booking for maintenance, cleaning, and repairs for your gas fireplace. It's cold. Book your appointment now at fixedfireplace.ca.
Canadians are worried about the economy, and that is having an impact on
them to do the job they want to do today without having to worry about where interest rates are going or whether or not they can afford it. And so that's the service that we offer. We also found in the study that we still have a lot of work to do. So we have about 10,000 merchants on our program today. Consumer awareness of available financing is actually really low in Canada.
Michael Garrity is the CEO at Finances. And at the City News Business Center, I'm Chris McCusker. This is City News everywhere on City News 660.
Investing can be part of a healthy financial future, like helping you save for retirement or being able to support your child's post-secondary education. If you're interested in starting your investment journey now, visit checkfirst.ca. Learn how to invest, make informed investment decisions, and avoid fraud with a wealth of free and unbiased resources, tools, and online programs. It's never too late to learn. Strengthen your investment knowledge today. Visit checkfirst.ca. Brought to you by the Alberta Securities Commission.
Looking back to the time when cassettes were king. This week on the City News Bookshelf, mixtape, 21 songs from 10 years, 1975 to 1985. The Philadelphia Eagles crushed the 49ers. Will the Chiefs or Bengals join them in the Super Bowl? Sports at 15. Coming up in business, the Bank of Canada is finally taking its foot off the interest rate accelerator, giving the real estate market and economy some time to adjust to interest rates we haven't seen this high in years. We'll hear from the Bank of Canada governor.
Those stories and more coming up in 2 minutes.
From the City News Traffic and Weather Center, I'm Ian Busby. In the northeast, a new interchange is going in at Stony Trail on 11th Street with construction going until the fall. Bridge flyover construction also slowing traffic on Stony Trail at 80th Avenue. That's going to be happening until late in the year. Expect lane closures and delays in those areas. The roads still icy and slippery north and east of the city. Drive with caution if you're out on the highways. The latest forecast from Environment Canada, increasing cloudiness through the evening, a chance of flurries overnight, but the temperature rising to -9 by morning. Mainly cloudy with a chance of flurries tomorrow. It's going to get to -8 in the afternoon. Sun cloud mix and -7 on Tuesday, a high of -5 on Wednesday. More traffic and weather in 10 minutes.
I'm Madeline Purdue with the City News Calgary update. As Alberta prepares to roll out its first inflation relief payments Tuesday, some Albertans are calling for more relief because they don't qualify for the affordability plan. It comes as the Manitoba government is issuing a second round of checks to help people deal with inflation. Manitobans with a net family income of less than $175,000 will be eligible. Single people are to get $225 and couples will receive $375. In Alberta, more than 520,000 households making less than 180,000 have applied to receive $100 monthly payments for 6 months per child or senior. That's on top of the 300,000 already enrolled for income assistance. And Alberta Health Services signed a new 3-year agreement to continue its partnership with the Alberta Native Friendship Centers Association across the province. The more on local news anytime at citynews.ca. I'm Madeline Guadu.
An emotional ceremony was held at the Quebec City Islamic Cultural Center this evening to mark the 6th anniversary of the deadly mosque shooting. It was the first time the ceremony was held in the same room where 6 Muslim men were murdered by a lone gunman shortly after evening prayers. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau spoke at the event, condemning the attack.
These attacks were motivated by hatred and Islamophobia. Canada is a place of openness and respect, and we must therefore recommit ourselves every single day to these values.
Today marks the 2nd National Day of Remembrance of the Quebec City mosque attack and action against Islamophobia. Stateside, law enforcement experts are responding to renewed calls for police reform in the wake of Tyree Nichols' fatal arrest in Memphis. The Memphis police chief announced the disbandment of the unit involved in Nichols' violent arrest and death yesterday. North Carolina Police Chief Jason Armstrong says that bias can exist even among black officers.
We see that racial bias across all forms. It's not just in policing. That's just something that our society deals with, unfortunately, in this country.
He says Nichols' fatal encounter with the former officers, recorded in a video that's since been made public, is a glaring reminder that efforts to reform policing have failed. Demonstrations have been happening in major cities across the United States since the release of that video. Hazel McCallion, one of Canada's longest-serving mayors, has passed away this morning at the age of 101. As City's Rajesh Dave reports, she served as Mississauga's mayor for 36 years.
Known affectionately as Hurricane Hazel for her no-nonsense style and political uniqueness, she grew Mississauga from an area of small towns and farmland into the 7th largest city in the country. Mississauga Mayor Bonnie Crombie telling me about her predecessor.
She was such an inspiration to so many people, a fierce and passionate leader that touched the lives of so many, but most importantly, an inspiration to women in politics and in business.
Toronto Mayor John Tory saying she was thorough, diligent, and accessible.
You know, when you sat down with Hazel, you knew that she'd read the file, she'd read the law, she'd read the policy, whatever it was. But she also took an immense amount of time to be out in the community.
By the time McCallion left office at the age of 93, Mississauga boomed into a sprawling city with numerous condos, community centers, and campuses. McCallion was named runner-up for the World Mayor Prize in 2005 and Canada's most popular mayor in 2011. The city of Mississauga will host a celebration of life for McCallion at a date to be announced and will circulate books of condolences at City Hall and 11 community centers this week. She was 101 years old. For Rajesh Dave, City News.
The federal government has set aside billions of dollars to quickly build affordable housing across Canada, but delays in construction suggest many of the projects approved for funding are missing their deadlines. Canadian press reporter Brenda Molina-Navidad has more.
Ottawa offered $2.5 billion during the first 2 rounds of project funding for the Rapid Housing Initiative, a program that gives money to cities and nonprofit organizations to build affordable homes for vulnerable Canadians. Ottawa's condition for the funding was that approved units must be built within 12 to 18 months. But a document by the Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation shows the majority of the roughly 10,000 units approved have not been built.
It's still unclear exactly how many projects have missed the deadlines, but a CMHC spokesperson blamed some of the delays on supply chain disruptions, rising costs, and severe weather-related events. It was a product that